What's good, YouTube? It's Ray Jarrell. So today's video, I want to show you guys one of my favorite quick snap schemes in Madden 24. So if you enjoyed the video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So if you guys are interested in any ebooks, make sure you visit my website, allthingsmadden.com. The link is in the description. Now, if you also want maybe a custom ebook, which means that if you want me to make you a particular formation and I'll upload it straight into your account, make sure you go to allthingsmadden.com and you go to the request the ebook. You'll see it on there when you start poking around the website. It's not hard to find at all. So if you're interested in that, make sure you do that. And I normally have those made for you guys within a day or two at the max. So look into that if that's something you want to do, but also take a look around. I got other things in there as well. So I wanted to make this video today because I've been kind of listening to you guys' feedback. Some of you guys feel like I maybe I talk too much. Maybe some of you guys feel like I've been getting all kind of comments. But long story short, I'm trying to change up things on how I do things to better suit you guys. So just let me know. Feedback is everything for me, and I appreciate hearing from all you guys, seriously. But anyways, I wanted to give this just as a super simple, super easy style scheme. Now, the playbook that I'm in is the Washington Commanders offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Washington Commanders offensive playbook. So the formation I'm going over is Trey Watt flex, and I really love this Trey Watt flex formation. And the reason why is because you can actually do a lot of quick snap plays. So my favorite, of course, I mean, you have your traditional level switch. You know, you have so basically you guys know level switch and stuff, but I'm just going to explain to you the plays that I'm going over. So I'm going over scat. I'm going over this RPO play, which I really like. I may touch on PA crosses. I haven't decided. I'm also going to touch on dagger. So just your typical and also verticals, because it is a typical style play. So this scheme is meant to be a simple scheme, a super simple one, but I'm going to kind of show you what coverages I look for and everything like that. So I'm going to come out in RPO alert Omaha, but I do want to actually take out PA crosses, and for now I want to put in dagger because I really love this dagger play. I love it versus man coverage, but we'll talk about all that. So anyways, let's go to RPO, and I'm gonna kind of just dive into this and tell you why I like it. So we're gonna do everything out of the dollar. So I'm gonna show you your typical defenses. So your man, your man blitz. I'll show you man blitz as well. We'll talk about cover 2, and we'll talk about cover 4, and we're gonna come out in cover 3. Now, when you run this offense, you always want to have your 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. And also, I do have gameplay as well at the very end of this video. So if you want to kind of see it, just make sure you stick around. I'm kind of talk about it. It's just going to be going over like a drive, because I believe I only had a drive and then my opponent quit out. But I wanted to show you just what the offense looks like when you kind of put it all together. But anyways, first and foremost, this play right here is actually extremely good. This little RPO play, it's just the blocking on this play is extremely good, and they normally are going to hold their blocks very well. Now, there are going to be some times where you actually can throw this X route, but it all depends on what your opponent's doing on defense, is whether you can throw it or not, because it does get open. Real quick, I want to show you what it looks like if they pinch the line. A lot of times I like to ID the user right there. So either ID the user, and if they have an active defensive tackle, meaning they have somebody like an athlete like your Kenny Clark or whoever, if they have a star, so you want to press L1 and you want to double team that D tackle. So a lot of times when you double team them, they'll still block them, and you get you a good little blocking animation when you double team them. So don't be afraid to use that. So this run is extremely good. Okay, so next I want to talk about the scat play. So normally when I run this a lot, I'll actually run this. So I'll run this play right here, then I'll actually switch to inside zone. So I'll run a little bit of inside zone. So notice how your receivers move outwards. So I like to keep inside zone for my audible. So anytime we audible to this, our opponent might be thinking we're passing the ball. So you'll see what I mean here in a second. And again, just kind of look at how, I mean, it's inside zone blocking. There's nothing too spectacular about it, right? So what I like to do when I start doing this play in inside zone, I'll start going to scat. So notice when I click scat, notice how they all shoot outwards, right? So this play right here, it might not look like it, but it's actually a really good stock play. So I'm gonna kind of show you through the different coverages what this play looks like. So versus cover 3, you're pretty much always gonna have circle. You're just gonna have it right there in that gap. I love the possession, catch that ball, but quickly we'll hop into replay. We'll take a look at it, and then we'll kind of keep moving forward with this. So again, the good thing about this is that you also can throw this as well if they aren't zone dropping correctly. And the read is going to be between this route and the user is where you want to read, because a lot of times the user will actually have to come back to sit on this route. So what happens here is that you're going to have a read between the flats you're going to read here, and then you're going to look between these two and see where the user's taking you, but you'll always have that little gap there, right? So versus the cover 2 style, it works okay still. I didn't mean to go to verticals, but it still works okay still versus cover 2, but I'll kind of show you what I like to do versus cover 2. So cover 2, you can have the running back right there, or if you're patient, you can have circle, but normally you want to make that read between the running back and X, but you can have circle potentially. So again, just showing you real quick, you can have the flat route if you want it, and you can have the hitch. So no matter what, we're gonna have a dot ready. So if the user guards here, then a lot of times we can just look for the flats, or if the user stays up top, we can also hit here. So it's a lot of things like that with this play. So really strong play to start off with. Now, one thing I want to show you with this play is that I love it also versus cover 4 drop, because a lot of times you'll get people who run cover 4 drop, especially when you're running the ball, they're trying to make adjustments, and then we just audible out, and then we just snap the ball. So the good thing about this, look at circle, watch where he sits. So he sits in a perfect spot to where that safety can't come down and actually make a pick on that play. So I really love to keep just attacking that route right there. Now, next thing is verticals. I'm not spending much time on this at all because it's simply verticals, but I just want to show you where I love this at. So I love it versus cover 3 because a lot of times you can have it right there, and you want to make sure you possession that ball. Now, the only reason I'm throwing that is because a lot of you guys see this play online, and a lot of times online when your opponent runs this, they're only looking at that tight end coming across. Maybe you're the type of person that does that too. So the reason verticals is still effective, extremely effective this year, is because it's been the same way for years, honestly, where this streak is still really hard to guard in most zones, and you'll be able to abuse this little streak right here, especially when you run this with the RPO. And then so you can have this gap, or you can have this gap right here that's exposed. So that's versus like your cover 3 style. So if you notice that they're running like maybe a cover 2 style, and all this is reads also, so I should say that too. All we're gonna do is read the safety. So safeties will tell us everything. I see the middle of the field can be open. Now, what you want to read when you see cover 2 is you want to look outside. So if you notice your opponent's playing a lot of cover 2, then I love to come to verticals, and what I'll do is I'll read this right here. So as soon as he does this, you want to go ahead and pass lead this ball over here, which I'll show you in a second. Now that's my favorite read right there. And lastly, another thing you can do too, if the user's not in the middle, maybe if they're running with this, or maybe they come over here for some reason to guard this, a lot of times you can throw this tight end right now, which is something that I like to do. So also, it's just a really quick read between here and here also. So it's either here and here, or you want to hurry up and just read this outside. So it's literally whatever you want to do on that one. So again, love that play versus cover 2. So anyways, another play I love versus let's actually talk about man coverage real quick, and then we'll talk about man blitz in a second. So if you're getting just standard man coverage, what I still love to do is actually come to this dagger play. So this dagger is perfect versus standard man, and it's really because you have this streak that actually can beat man coverage, and we're gonna have this this crosser. And remember, this is non-adjustment, so this is no adjustments whatsoever. Okay, so that's why I'm not gonna mention any adjustments. So the drag normally can win depending on who you have. And also what you're going to look for is between that crosser, and you're going to look for that in route. Those are the two things that will absolutely destroy man coverage. So again, crosser, you want to put whoever your fastest receiver is, whoever has the best type of route running. So in this case, Terry McLaurin, he's going to be able to run away from him if I would have just threw this ball out here. But also whoever your best route runner is for mid, like your medium route running, you will put here, so that way he can actually get separation. And also whoever your fastest player is, just your fastest, you want to put him here, because what can happen is if they don't have a safety, we can just take him over the top. So really love that play versus man coverage. So last thing I guess I'll kind of take a look at is the man blitz. Now when we're talking about man blitz, one of the things I like to do is still dagger, but I do want to show you also can run verts, or you can run I wouldn't recommend scat. Honestly, that's the only one I wouldn't recommend. Actually, you can. I'm sorry. So with scat, if they're doing a true all-out blitz, I would recommend just blocking your running back. So that might be one quick adjustment. If you just want to block him and then throw X on the drag, I know I said no adjustments. Y'all know I can't help myself. But I love this setup versus all-out man coverage, because what we're gonna do is if you have a good matchup here, we can throw this ball, or if you want to, you can actually motion him inside some, and he'll take a better release whenever he's running his route. So that's a little hack you can do too. So you can even be smart with it. So let's say like if you wanted to put him on a slant or something, and then you motion him in, so now you can have a slant you know, and he won't get pressed essentially. So it's a lot of little sneaky things you can do, but like I said I won't do no adjustments, so y'all know I lied. But anyways, versus all out man blitz, you can have circle, but you really want to look at X. So it's gonna be between circle and X, and you want to kind of peep square. But your main reads is going to be the tight end and this route right here, excuse me. So this route can win. Notice he sticks his foot in the ground. A lot of times you can throw this ball right now, which I'll show you in a second. But what I wanted to show you was this slant. Look at this slant. So he really can't press this, and you'll be able to throw this ball kind of right here and get a nice little possession. And also your outside receiver can win. So again, I'll show you one more time because you have to kind of know how to deal with the man blitz, because it's definitely going to happen. So again, if I feel like I'm getting blitzed, I'll just kind of bring my tight end in to help. And well, first you want to put them on a slant and then bring them in, or a drag, whichever one you want. It's literally up to you. So again, I just personally love to do this. It's quick, it's easy. A lot of times your opponents are going to press when they're all out man blitzing, and again, you're just trying to buy time, and a lot of times you can throw it right off the break too. It just depends on who you have right there, receiver. So anyways, those are just my favorite plays when it comes to just, you know, a quick snap scheme. Just love my audibles like this, and you just literally march down the field and just abuse them with this. But let's go in and hop over and see what that gameplay looks like. All right, so right here we were matched up against the Chargers, and also I just picked the Commanders just because I didn't pick them for any reason. Just because it was an offensive playbook, I chose the offensive team. I know that's how some of you guys like to play, so I'm trying to gear my channel to be more towards how you guys like to play. And keep in mind, these are going to be like different plays. I'm just showing you how I like to scheme together everything, so it's not going to be like the same plays that I showed you, like as far as like no setups, but I just wanted to give you some additional setups. Is why I chose to do it this way, because I understand there's two different play styles. Some of you guys like to actually just call stock plays and just, but I wanted to give you some good stock plays, and some of you guys like to make adjustments like me. So I wanted to show you how I would adjust for certain things. So right here, 4th and 15, this play is a cover 2 killer right here with that post route, with this particular setup that you see me do. All you want to do is take that streak and motion them out, and it's going to hold that safety, and then you'll be able to get a nice little play in there up the middle. So anyways, just kind of look at these run lanes now. Right there, I got just the craziest animation. I actually lost yards, but these run animations are sometimes they're a little crazy. But anyways, right here it's just basically a flood concept. I love this little route right here because it's versus every single zone. It's going to destroy it, and we're going to find a nice little dot right there. So just kind of notice how we're just moving the ball down and we're throwing these stuff. But right there, the reason I was throwing those so much, I was just curious what they look like versus zone when you actually throw them. So it's not something I would do all the time, but I definitely wouldn't recommend just throwing it crazy. But if they start zone dropping, it could definitely be there. Now right there, I actually didn't mean to actually hit X. I kind of was spamming it, so I make a lot of mistakes even when I play this. But right here, this is the last play before my opponent did exit out. And like I said, it's just short gameplay, but I just wanted to show you guys just, some of the setups that I liked and how I moved the ball down the field. But anyways, one thing I noticed about Madden, a lot of people just quit out extremely fast on here, and I don't like to take the time to just, get a ton of gameplay when I just want you guys to actually do it. But anyways, that's a wrap for this video though. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Ray Jarrell, and I'm out.